fun and celebrations are on the card for November. Oop! I am so happy about this. I am so sorry about that. I just had somebody knock my door. So, November, everything must change once again. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and today I am going to be here talking to you about the very powerful energies that are November 2025. This, my friends, is the November 2025 energy update. Now, October has been buoyant. October has been full on. October has been eye-opening. It has brought things to the surface. We stepped out of the eclipse period and into absolute chaos, whereby we had to identify what was no longer serving us. And we've almost been forced through the month of October, right up to the bitter end, to release, to let go, and to surrender to what is our destiny over what we are looking to manifest and what we are looking to choose. More often than not, we settle. More often than not, we actually sell ourselves short. And October has been about really bringing that to the surface. You would have seen some patterns you do not like in yourself and in other people through this month. And it is extremely important now to be stepping in and leaning into the true version of you. And November is not going to be easy. You are going to have to do some soul searching. You are going to have to see some things in yourself that you will not be liking. However, this is a super exciting time. If you are willing, if you are able, if you are, surrendering and setting yourself up to go there, you are going to succeed big time. I'm even going to say, I'm even going to go as far as to say, more to the point, that literal miracles could unfold this month. So, ladies and gents, before we go into the full on November 2025 energy update, what I would like to do today is just remind you that a month tomorrow, so the 29th of November, Soul School is going to be regathering. We're coming back together as a real reunion to create and to look at how we can light up our lives to miracles. This event is going to be an absolute game changer for you, for your families, and for anybody else that is in and around you, whether that's business wise, whether that's health wise, whether that is connection wise, whether it could be absolutely anything. You just need to be open to receiving it to be actually able to receive. Now, something that I keep forgetting to talk about is my baby Self Love Club is 7 tomorrow on the 29th of October. So can we get a big heck yes for Self Love Club? It has won so many awards this year. I actually got some really incredible news yesterday about something that I'm not allowed to tell you yet. I'm only allowed to tell you on the 7th of November. So I will be back with that news soon. But again, this program is blowing me away by the absolute recognition that it's getting and what it deserves, and more importantly than that, the shifts that the people are getting every single year, year on, year out. I literally cannot believe what comes off the back of that program. Now, next month in November, we will be opening the waiting list for next year, 2026. So if this is something that speaks to your soul, please do keep an eye out, because we will be starting to take people on the waiting list for 2026. If you are ready, jump in two-footed. It is going to be the best year yet. That I can guarantee. So, ladies and gents, let's look at this really, really full-on, powerful month that we have in front of us. That is November. I see huge, and I mean huge, volatility in the economy through November. I see a lot of patterns in the financial industry. I might even go so far as to say is in was going to say industries, but that's not what I'm trying to say here. Institutions, that's the right word. Thank you very much. Will could start to crumble in this period of time. Now, this is not a time to be scared. This is a time to recognize that everything is happening exactly as it needs to. I see huge shifts in money. I see money being exchanged from one place to another. I see money exchanging hands. I see lots of discussions around money. I see the stock market going sky high and then really low. The same with crypto. Okay. The terms that I was getting when I was channeling this yesterday was distributions that are being navigated. So I have got no idea what distributions are being navigated mean. However, I'm going to make an assumption that there is avenues of money. And crypto is a really good example of this. There's an avenue of money there that a lot of us don't really know how it's working or what it's working or what the future entails. We know what we're told, but we don't know. And I'm thinking that this is kind of saying that through the month of November, things are going to become a little bit more clear, but we will see huge transfers of money and we will see a lot of money being discussed. And I'm seeing it appearing in the news a lot. So please do be aware of that. November is going to see a massively angry, there's going to be a thread of anger through November. Hostility is going to be on the increase. There's a real sense of justice looking to be served through November. It's going to be warlike. It's going to be feisty. It's going to be strong. And for those of you who are a little bit more quiet, you'd rather sit back, you'd rather sit in the peace, which, to be honest, I think all of us are at our core, but some of us have just learned how to stand up and fight. Please do not dismiss yourself in November. I am going to make sure that you guys are grounded. I'm going to make sure that you guys are safe. I'm going to make sure that you know what is going on. And this video is going to be part of the way to you knowing how to navigate through this warlike energy. We have such a division at the moment between the world. I see that there is two very, very clear worlds right now. There is a world that is really looking to create a future of peace, and there is a world that is perpetuating the noise of the old world. And anything that's in the old world is wrapped up in that one that is perpetuating the noise of the old world. Now, I get people's intentions. They want to raise this stuff, to raise awareness and this kind of thing, but it's still a segregation of the world. Okay, we must recognize this. What is going to be powerful this month is passion, the way that we articulate ourselves. And as most of you know, you would have seen the amazing video I did with Liz Norman on Mercury retrograde. Like, we have Mercury retrograde on the 9th of November, and this is going to be a really buoyant time. This is where communications can get misunderstood and misread. Delays can happen, glitches, things like that can happen very, very easily. So it's about keeping your passion for whatever it is that you're doing. However, articulating yourself and taking that breath. Like, it's really important to take that breath and actually walk forwards in a very strong, powerful, but less warlike manner, if that makes sense. But people are out there and they want to fight. We've got people that are stirring the pot. We've got people that are creating noise. And it's very important that we attempt to hold that beautiful light energy. We are going to be feeling light codes that we have never felt before through the month of November. It's almost like we're going to be getting like a tingling going through as the light codes glimmer and glisten up through our body and really change our frequency. It's very important that we recognize this is it's stepping towards the new start that I envisage happening in 2026. Due to Mercury retrograde and a few other things, I believe that travel will be impacted through the month of November. probably up to the last few days of November. So be very aware. I'm not saying don't travel. I'm just saying be aware. There may be delays. There may be lots of people. There may be issues. There may be stuff, that comes out of the woodwork. I don't even know if the European stuff has been successful to get the biometrics and stuff online, but it might be that the queues are bigger or something like that. So just be aware that if you are planning a trip in November, which I'm actually planning, I'm not going to be avoiding it. Just be more calm, give yourself more time, for plan things, articulate yourself clearly. Do not get involved in the feisty energy that will be coming up around you. Take a breath, take a moment, and just immerse in what you are doing, where you are going, and who you are with. Doesn't mean fighting with those people, by the way. So I see November having this beautiful creative flair. Projects that we've been working on since the beginning of the year are going to come to fruition. Whatever you have been thinking about is going to manifest. Now, remember, there is a good side to that and not so good side. I did a powerful live video yesterday on YouTube, and it was on the topic of flow state. And I asked people where they feel stuck at the moment, and a couple of people were like, "Oh, I'm binge eating," or "Oh my God, I've got so fat." And I'm like, right, that there, you talking and creating fat and binge eating, you're asking for more of that in. So that's the downside to manifestation. The positive side to manifestation is if you can actually imagine and you can believe and you can literally look at how you can create and you can create the feeling inside of you even without it being there. That is how we're going to manifest, and it's how we're going to manifest going forwards. This is a very, very high vibrational manifestation technique. Oh, I've been talking about this a lot in the last few months, and it's going to get worse. Technology and AI. We need technology, ladies and gents, and those people that are using AI are, probably going to get on further than the people that are not using AI in business and things like that right now. It's cheap labor at the end of the day. However, we are at a turning point from human to technology. I feel like we are stepping back into the Lemuria and the Atlantean energy of where we handed our souls over to technology. So I would like you to be balanced in your approach with technology and AI. Okay. Think about how you can use it without selling yourself. Do not hand your whole power over to AI. Do not get them doing everything. Remember, people want the people touch. And what we are doing here is we're basically doing all of ourselves out of work. Now, that sounds wonderful, right? Oh, we'll be able to spend our days with our kids. We'll be able to spend our days with our loved ones. But who's going to pay the bills? Who's going to buy the food? How is that actually going to work if we don't create some sort of level of abundance? So please look at both sides of the coin. I'm not asking you not to use technology. That would be extremely hypocritical. I'm sat here on YouTube delivering this video for you. However, please, please, please do look at how AI can work with you, not for you. Or let me rephrase that. How can AI work for you, not you for it? Brain's clearly not in gear today. I really do see that there are going to be some amazing technological advances, though. I really do see that things are going to change and they're going to be very exciting, and we're going to get excited. The fact that we've got better healing techniques and, we can gain better health from the technology. However, what we must recognize is that technology is literally doing us out of the human race. And I think that right there is something that we absolutely must honour and take on board for our children and our children's children and the way that the life is going to be. Like, how it's changed in the last 10 years. Imagine in another 10 years if we keep going the way we are. So just bear that in mind. I see, and I mentioned this a short time ago, I see a massive amount of injustice and justice coming to the surface in November. There will be lots of information of how injustices have taken place in the past. There's going to be anger, there's going to be judgment. I'm seeing it in the medical industry, I'm seeing it in the technology industry, I'm seeing the dismantling of old systems. I'm seeing past secrets and hidden truths coming to the surface. Now, I'm not just talking about global or parliament or governmental or things like that in there. Just be aware that there will be more past secrets coming up for you. You know, it maybe if you've got an illegitimate child somewhere, that will come to the surface. Maybe if there was some cheating that took place, that will come to the surface. Maybe if you are still in love with somebody or something like that. These are the kind of things that are going to come to the surface in the month of November. Like we are aiming for absolute clarity. We are aiming for 100% clarity in how we're going to step forward in these new energies. Take a breath, Lucy. So, communication is going to be a very interesting topic through November. Why? Because of Mercury retrograde. We spoke about that a moment ago. However, the shadow period started some days ago now. So we have been in this shadow period, and already, I don't know about you guys, but I am seeing it in my own life how miscommunications and misrepresentations and, just odd things are taking place where communication is concerned. Like you could say one thing and somebody hears a completely different thing, and then they've got the bit between their teeth on that one thing. I actually had a situation last night very, very similar to that, and it's very interesting how words can be interpreted and kind of like turned into something that it actually wasn't. So it's very interesting. Just be very aware of this. And all I can say to you guys is take a breather. This is tricky energy. It's like I think Liz Norman called it trickster energy. So I think it's really important that we recognize like this energy is trying to trick people into believing certain things and into seeing certain things, and they will get the bit between their teeth on that thing. And it doesn't matter whether it's the truth or not. If it validates what they need, and this is where if the healing work is not being done, and the recognition is not being done, then this is where this is going to really come up. So breathe through it, my friends. That's my best bit of advice for you. If you breathe through this tricky energy, it will make it easier. That said, there's only so much breathing you can do. So please take to your journals. Please get outside in nature, like stomp your feet if you need to. Have a good cry, have a good rant. I know myself. I'm pretty emotional at the moment, and if I need to express, tears is a really good way for me right now. And that's unnerving some people. It really is unnerving some people because I'm not really a crier. I'm more of a communicator, or I'll get angry at something and then that'll be at the end of it. But it's only ever an intimate partner that I get angry with. Other than that, I don't get angry at all. It's quite fascinating. So it's very important time to go back and reflect. Go back and reflect, and then look at how you can resolve. What needs to be said, what needs to be done, how does this need to be navigated? This is a really beautiful, freeing time for all of us. And it's up to us if we choose to do this. In November, in fact, when I was in Spain in June, or it might have been May, at some point, May or June, and when I was in Spain, I channeled very strongly about the Ring of Fire. I was doing some work to activate Atlantis, and the Ring of Fire was massive. Okay. Now, what I'm being shown for the November and December energy is that something big to do with the Ring of Fire is going to be happening in the world. I keep being told, watch the Ring of Fire, watch the Ring of Fire, watch the Ring of Fire. So that is what I am going to be doing. Well, I'm probably not, but I'll get my team to keep an eye on the Ring of Fire whilst November and December are taking place. I see something massive taking place in kind of the Asian region. So do keep an eye on that, ladies and gents. And if you don't know what the Ring of Fire is, Google it. It's a series of volcanoes. I can hear the horses neighing outside my house. That's so cute. They're like, come out and play with me. Um, Yeah, they're obviously validating, right? So the Ring of Fire is, a series of volcanoes. So check it out, and then you will be able to see what sort of areas I'm talking about, and then you can see if this is a little prediction coming in again. There is going to be a new round of spiritual awakening taking place on the planet. I think it's fair to say that we have been in waves and waves and waves of spiritual awakening. I am quite shocked at the people who have started talking to me about aliens, for example, started talking to me about really random things. And there is this mass awakening that is taking place. It's been in waves so far, and it's going to continue to be in waves. The next wave will be November, December time. We're here to grow. Our absolute mission is about growth. And that journey is just about to kickstart for so many people around the world. So, what do I mean by spiritual awakening? I'm talking about connection. I'm talking about having the faith that in things that maybe you can't see. I'm talking about having faith, about trusting that everything is going to work out exactly as it needs to. I'm talking about communities coming together, really underpinning each other and holding each other up. I'm actually quite repelled by being in certain places these days. It's really, really interesting. I don't want to go to certain places, and I'm almost getting to the point where I'm icked out by it. Is that even a word? Icked. I'm icked out by going to those places, and people that do go to those places I kind of don't want to be around. And that's not me being mean or judgmental. It's just a real thing within me right now, and I do think this is part of the world is changing. We must come together in gratitude, my friends. Like, stop and think just for one moment. Stop and think, what do you have to be grateful for? Oh my God, the list is endless. Even if you had a really shit night last night, even if you've had a really shitty morning this morning, like, stop and think what you've got to be grateful for. Your friends, your family, your partner, your home. Just stop and think about everything that you have to be grateful for. If you've been made redundant, the time off work, the payoff, like just look at the benefits. I know it's scary when things come to us and maybe we weren't expecting it, but just think about where you can find little bits of gratitude in life. If we can come together in gratitude, this world is going to change significantly. Now, obviously, with the spiritual awakening, our gifts are going to be coming online. We're going to be getting much deeper insights. Dreams are going to go up to the next level, my friends. Hmm. Now, this should scare some of you, right? And I don't mean in a nasty, scary way, but my dreams are super profound at the best of times. The fact that they're going to go up another notch, the fact that they're going to go even deeper and even more profound and even more vivid, I'm like, wowzers, I hope we are going to be okay doing this, navigating this next stage. You will be excited to hear, my friends, that fun and celebrations are on the card for November. Oop! I am so happy about this. I've actually got a really amazing November lined up. I have some amazing things going on. Um, the Women in Business Awards that I have won two. I don't know what I've won and whatever, but I've won two Women in Business Awards. I am so sorry about that. I just had somebody knock my door, so I had to go and answer it. I do apologise. Now, where on earth did I get to? Oh, that's right. Oh, an irony of this. Got itchy nose. So I have just had some balloons delivered. And I was talking about fun and celebrations. How interesting is that? I've got a bit of a celebration taking place this weekend coming, and I've got some beautiful balloons that have just arrived. So this is beautiful. So, what are we going to be celebrating? How are we going to be having fun? As I was saying, on the in November, I'm supposed to be in New York picking up two awards that I've won. There is Self Love Club's, obviously Self Love Club birthday at the end of October, but that will go into November. Got a bit of a celebration this weekend. Then I've got a very good friend of mine's birthday and her book launch, which is really beautiful. Then there's loads of celebrations going on, ending in Soul School. So it's really important that we start to have more fun. We start to celebrate. We start to really come together with where we want to be. This is about clearing karma and opening up to a new wave of hope on the planet. This is why I say to you, by the end of November, we will literally be able to create miracles. It's time to review our challenges, be grateful for them and move forwards and celebrate them, have fun with them. And like I say, this is going to be absolutely massive at Soul School. If you would like to join us for Soul School at the end of November, please, please, please do head over to the description field of this video and you will be able to buy one of the last few tickets. I think we've got less than 10 tickets left, guys. So if you want to come, please, please do get involved and we will see you there on the 29th. So, manifestation is going to be massive through November. 11/11 is a big day. Now, we'll hear all of the people out there saying, oh my goodness, this is that new age bullshit and all the rest of it. And to a point, I kind of agree with that. However, my take on this is if there are hundreds of thousands or millions of people around the world meditating on a day like 11/11, why would we not get involved in it and utilize that super powerful energy to create what it is that we are looking for? So I see both sides of the coin with this. Set some clear intentions. Be conscious of our frequency. Like, what are you actually putting on you? What are you wearing? How is the frequency of that? I'm fascinated with clothing and frequency. I'm fascinated with the frequency that are around me. I'm fascinated by frequencies when I meditate. So be conscious of your frequency, be conscious of our frequency, be conscious of everything around you's frequency, and just choose what creates a higher vibration for yourself, but also for the collective consciousness. Now, as my message last week on YouTube Live stated, to create abundance, you have to be abundant first. The more we focus on joy, the more we focus on happiness, the more we focus on health and wealth and healing, we will create. If you are constantly around people who say that they are depressed, please know that soon enough, you too are going to start to get depressed. Abundance is there for the taking. It's just a lot of people like to sit in lack. They like to be in their story of woe is them, how bad their life has been, and how life just hasn't served them. Be very aware of those people. They are very slowly and silently killing you. It's time to dream big. It's time to imagine. It's time to let it run riot. And this is where we will be creating the absolute miracles by the end of the month. Now, this energy has been so prevalent in my life in the last maybe 5 days. Take your time to get organized. Like methodical organization is taking place in my life right now. Home is going to feel very, very safe to you, which is the irony of the fact that it's going to be a celebratory and fun month. But home will feel safe to you. Declutter. Get things done. Write a to-do list. I had a to-do list yesterday of 20 things on it. I knocked it off in about half an hour. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Go you. Big energy is coming in to assist us to procrastinate less, to actually get shit done. Now, I'm actually going to be doing an online session in December around procrastination. So if you are somebody who procrastinates, please do keep an eye open for that because that is going to be a biggie. So many of us do it. So many of us don't know how the heck to get out of it. We don't even know why we started it, but we do it. So this is going to be absolutely humongous for us all. So November, everything must change once again. Our beliefs will be questioned. Our triggers will be activated. We must be open to having every belief we have ever had turned on its head. Just think about that for a moment. How are you going to feel if some of your deep rooted beliefs come to the surface and end up showing you that they're not true? This is a transformative month. That little orb just decided to share that with us. This is a month of change, like the winds are changing this month. Forgive resistance. It's very important that we lean into self-love, self-care, self-confidence, self-worth. My recommendations are to reflect, journal, and keep those boundaries high, baby. If you've not seen Boundaries as Biology, it's a great video. Go check that out whenever you get some time. Relationships are going to bloom through the month of November. Be encouraged to investigate and explore relationships. Now, I know a lot of my following are petrified and they're like, oh, I'm not ready for that yet. But please, please do know, like, this is the time to be open. We need to be open to patterns. We need to be open to the darkness around our insecurities, around love, around relationships, around connection. It's time to really look at our sexuality and explore it. How does it make us feel? Are we ashamed of anything? Are we happy? Are we content? Like, what does that look like for us? All in all, we have got a massively powerful month ahead, my friends. Soul School is going to close out Mercury retrograde on the 29th of November, and it's going to be the most powerful day of the month, of the Mercury retrograde, and of the rest of this year to creating what is possible for you. So is that something that you choose for your life? Are you ready to create unlimited potential and possibilities? Ladies and gents, we have had one heck of a massive October. We are about to step into one heck of a November. Please remember to enjoy every moment. Let things go that are not for you anymore. Tell people that you love and things that are close to you, make sure that they know how grateful you are for them. This is your time now. This is our time. You guys keep safe. Thank you so much for watching. Please do comment below and let me know if this resonates. If you like this kind of video, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do comment. Please do share with whoever you think might enjoy this video. And I'd really appreciate a thumbs up on this video, guys. All right. Lots of love to you. I will catch you in the next video.